We're about to come back to green flag racing. Again, out front, it's Stacy Compton winning the battle off of pit road. Halfway is being shown to the drivers. Problems on the front stretch. The smoke all across the front stretch, and that bottles up a couple different trucks.
James Busher, TJ Bell. Looks like I don't. It may have
just
started with a
Eichler maybe in the 15. May have gotten the back of Busher. It's hard to tell there. It was just they were all just seized up there.
It's so hard to tell there because it's like the 11's being pushed the whole way. Like it almost wasn't under power. I don't know. I'm sure that's not the case. But
one of the best is bringing him to the green flag. Ron Hornaday, 8 laps to go.
And he had at least 2 truck links when he got to the start-finish line. Oh, Todd gets turned.
Todd slides to the inside. Will he slide back up in the groove? Yes, and more contact. Rick Crawford is involved. Colin Brown is involved. This is coming right at you.
Well, that's a helpless feeling, though, when you're Todd and you get turned around like that. And there's nothing he could do to keep that truck from sliding back up on the racetrack.
The green flag will go in the air. We're back underway. 4 to go from Gateway.
Crafton's all over him. He's got a run, a little bit of a run. He moves to the inside. There's the contact.
Contact again. Crafton gets into the back of the 33, and Hornaday spins around. Oh, and big contact behind him. That's the 07 that gets into the 33. Jason Young driving that 07. What a difficult situation this has got to be for the 33 team.
Matt Crafton got a good run. He moves to the inside. They got down to the corner. I tell you, that really looked a lot different on replay from what the other situation was with Todd and Matt Crafton.
It was. This was a different situation.
They were really all the way to the corner.
Here's a better view. I meant Ron's trying to block him. There's no doubt. But the 88, he's not quite there. But he went as low as he could.
Yeah, Ron was almost down to the curbing on the inside of the racetrack. So it was a lot later. You see Jason Young come along with nowhere to go. And then Mikey Kyle makes contact with the 07. But
first attempt at a green-white checker. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson at the front. Clint Boyer and Brad Keselowski trying to steal one here. Green flag.
Look at Ryan Newman. He gave Boyer a shot getting out of the turn. There goes Newman. Newman's going to take the lead.
Good grief. That's exactly what I knew would happen.
That was not pretty.
If they would have only done what I suggested, that would have never happened.
Jimmy Johnson comes down, racing Gordon into the corner, but Boyer already has the low groove, and there just wasn't room for 3 cars in that small a space. All right, we get 3 tries at this.
Yeah, when Boyer dove to the inside, he actually got that shot from Ryan Newman, and that right there, you can see that wasn't going to work.
Well, you know who's sitting in the catbird seat? The 88. He got fuel and left side tires.
Watch him go 3 wide into turn 1. 10 laps to go. Green flag laps only. Count. Green flag.
Oh no.
Well, Chase Elliott got a boot from Eric Jones, and around goes Castle.
Well, that's the fear that you have when you have those 2 tires, that you're going to spin the tires really bad a little bit. Then Eric Jones gave a little nudge to the 24. Landon comes down. They make contact. Around goes the 34.
24 has some damage on the right. I don't think it's significant, but there is some damage to the right front of the 24 car.
Green is back out at Kern. Wow, in trouble in the middle of the pack.
Drew Landauer there is involved. Oh, 14 goes over there.
Matt Levine on his lid in the 14 car as he rolled over the top of Blaine Perkins in the 21. And that was like a delayed reaction there, Parker. Restart line is right there. The second one is actually the restart line, and the bottom line, Parker, goes, but the top line, which is the control line, really doesn't.
Yeah, I got to think Partridge maybe jumped a little bit and Gillen was caught off guard. When you see what happens here is that when they have that bottleneck, the 54 gets turned by the 14 Levine, and then what happens is Perkins coming down the track. Levine's hood is up, as you'll see here. He can't see as the 21 comes down the track, spinning out after he gets back to the throttle, and Levine goes over Perkins' hood, launching like a ramp, flipped over.
Green flag back in the air, and already Problems for Eric Jones, not able to get up to speed. We're in overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
We discussed fuel in the 20 right there. It looks like it just didn't go. Perhaps doesn't have any fuel or just an air pocket as the leaders go into turn one. That has definitely hurt the outside line. William Byron now has the lead.
And right away, the one of Elliott Sadler jumped into that outside line. After William Byron had the lead, Elliott Sadler decided, I'm going to go for this win as well, as they come to the overtime line. Owen wrecking behind them. The field, did they get to the overtime line before the caution came out? That will be the question.
Don't let them get to you.
William Byron out front. The wreck happens behind him.
The green is out. We're underway at Pocono. One more time on the restart.
At least one more time. Look at the run that Jones is getting. Here comes Dillon. He's not going to back off this time.
3 wide going into 1.
Look at Timothy Peters down on the bottom.
Eric Jones going around. Caution is out. 4 wide just didn't work there.
When Austin Dillon jumped to the inside. Now look, they're just going to run out of room there. Looked like Eric Jones came down, squeezed Austin just a little bit in that 33 truck.
Wow, Timothy Peters was so fortunate there. He barely slipped by the spinning truck of Jones. Watch this.
Ooh, he made contact. It would have turned
How did
Timothy.
he save that truck?
Wow, and a lot of damage to that right rear quarter of Timothy Peters.
5 laps to go. Truex, Blaney, Harvick, Busch, Johnson, Hamlin, Busch, Keselowski.
Well, I think because the 4 car was able to get up to the left rear of the 21.
Whoa, they're not done. There goes the 48. Yikes.
Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson get together. Caution.
Got a great start there, so maybe if Ryan Blaney learned a little something, you can see how he's hanging back.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, the 11
Denny
got the
Hamlin.
41.
11
Turned
tried
him,
to go
yeah.
3 wide in the middle.
11 got the 41, turned him into the 48. Jimmy Johnson down for the green flag, trying to win a chase. It's one away.
Oh, and Johnson gets a good restart. He gets away from that by about 5 cars. Junior spinning.
Junior spins up in front of McMurray.
How he blew up that left rear of A car.
How in the world did that happen? That tire completely fell off the car. That is crazy.
Comes off there right up in front of Jamie McMurray. And suddenly a day he thought might end up in victory lane ends up with disappointment once again.
And there's 2 fellas that didn't do anything wrong at all.
Green flag back in the air. 17 laps to go. Kenseth with a great start, as did Kevin Harvick. Harvick trying to take second away from Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch really spun the tires in the restart zone, didn't get going, and again we see smoke out of cars exiting turn 2.
A lot of tire smoke. Oh, and around goes the 42 of Kyle Larson. Contact was made.
Where are the guys here?
Caution once again.
It just causes everybody to be really, really aggressive.
Yeah, you see the 19 and the 31 make contact, which turns the 19 into the right rear of Casey Kane. He goes up the racetrack and catches the 42. These restarts are so crazy, Jeff. We're having a hard time going down the backstretch. It's a straightaway.
A straightaway, and guys going the wrong way, like Kyle Larson.